Hello everyone, welcome back then to the Drivers' Championship from Clay Pigeon Raceway. Sorry, a few technical issues taking the stream down for us, but you join us back. You've not missed any racing action here from Clay Pigeon, just sadly not able to get the insight from the drivers at the end of the lightweight A final. But we're getting ready for the heavyweight A final. Right, looks like we're going round again. I'm going to try and get through this grid. Owen Tolley, Sam Puglia on the front row, then Seb Marlowe, Jensen Brown, Axel Steptovic, then Matthew Bolton, Daniel Konchenko, then Paul Simard, Jonathan Dalton, Robbie Rigby, Victor Parlow, Adam Nather, Joel Evans, Matthew Collins, Dominic Roberts, then Callum Barnett, George Lunt, Kieran Wakefield, Andrew Lloyd, Hushrav Morawala, then Thomas Wood, Johnny Pinder, Jake Nakasawa, Jordan Morris, Jesse Dorgies, Edward Gordon, Alex Jennings, Edward Vernon Stroud, George Sounds, Khaled Saab, Benjamin Shulm, Sam Heathcote, Alex Lucas, Alistair Morrison. That is your 33 drivers on the grid for this one. Of course, the bottom four coming through from the B final, and looks as though we're ready to go, Reeve, for the heavyweight A final.
It does indeed. We've seen the lightweight starts being a bit scrappy. What will our heavyweight finalists do now as we get underway for our last bit of final action for our super final, at least here into turn one we go. A few cars, about 5 wide spinners. That is to be expected with a fairly aggressive start there, and it is a false start as well. Perhaps unsurprisingly, that's a bit of a jump that you don't want to take too much because your chain might not be too pleased with that one. Either way, we continue on. False start. A few minutes going to be taken off this race. And things settle down once more.
I think I can see why that one was a false start, sadly. I mean, you had a couple of drivers diving to the inside. I want to check who is the number of the driver there in the Tony Kart suit, because 31 it was in the Tony Kart suit. Who is that we're looking at the front end of the order? Victor Pardo, of course it is. Of course, won one of the heats earlier on here for the Drivers' Champs. Went to the inside line. That inside line quickly closed, and you saw smoke coming from the back as he was trying to brake straight into the side of drivers. Some drivers round, collecting more drivers. Yeah, that was a bit of a scrappy one there to start the heavyweight A finals. So we're going to do it all again.
We are indeed a more truncated format once more. So same thing as what we've had. We've had full course yellows and those false starts as well. A bit more pressure on the drivers now to make those moves to get into that top 12 to progress to the super final coming up next. And this is, of course, the battle to prove that you are the fastest heavyweight driver in the BUKC. An accolade that you might get to show occasionally when you're battling within the mains, within the team's championship. But now it's time to really prove that you've got what it takes. As we get ready to start once more, the reminder from the marshals to keep the pace at a bit more of a proper level really to head into this first corner. We want a cleaner start, and we're looking wide once more. Cleaner. But that was a low bar. Anyway, we continue on as...
Oh dear, 4 or 5 drivers again cutting straight across the grass there through the SS section. I think we kind of saw a rinse and repeat of the first one, just luckily it didn't cause the chaos that we saw in the first attempt at the start. So we're going to carry on with this race anyway, but like you say, 2 minutes taken off of the race time, only 8 minutes total in this one.
Yeah, there will be indeed a 7 minutes 20 left on the clock after the couple of attempted race starts. Contact warning for Jonathan Dalton there. Reminder that those bottom 4 in this A final actually came up from our heavyweight B final, so that is going to be the likes of Benjamin Shum there, who actually had a fairly good start. A couple of people dropping back down the order, a few changes elsewhere in the pack.
Indeed, yeah, 27 of Seb Marlowe still leading this race, and as they head through the hairpin, the 15 and the 8 scrapping. There's a big off there in the middle of the pack, and that's going to be a tough one to rejoin. Of course, everyone's still so close. We're only on lap number 2. You're going to basically have to wait for the entire field to drive past you before you can safely rejoin the circuit, and that is far from ideal. As we were saying, Marlowe still leading the field then, end of lap number 2, followed by Owen Tolley, Sam Puglia, Axel Steptovic, and there they are, the number 18 of Matthew Bolton, the driver on the back of this train. Fastest lap on lap number 2, though, goes the way of Axel Steptovic.
You could see that spin from Collins coming from a mile away, really just so fast down the inside into that hairpin. They receive an ABC takeout for it as well, so that is not ideal. George Lawrence also picking up a bumper pass penalty, a couple of penalties tumbling in then and making it just a bit trickier for some of these drivers to make their way into the super final.
Indeed it is, yeah, of course, just like we saw in the lightweights earlier on, top 12 from this race will move their way through into the A final. Oh, Alistair Morrison, mechanical flag. He was one of the drivers that came up from the B final, got through in 4th place in the B final. and I heard him outside chatting with a friend how excited he was to get through into the A final, but it's all gone wrong early on here in that A final. Pooley goes wide though, Slijepcevic up and under, Slijepcevic into third place. Great move from the number one, and of course, as said by Piers Prior on the interviews, the number one denotes the driver that won the Drivers' Champs last year. So it's Fraser Brunson in the lightweights, Axel Slijepcevic here in the heavyweights. He's up to third place, but still got lots to do to try and pass Owen Tolley and Seb Marlowe.
Yeah, Seb Marlowe's impressed us at various points throughout today's action. He's looking to try and do that again. And he's certainly in the mix there. If you were to point out a few of the heavyweight drivers, you'd say, yes, Seb Marlowe is in the mix there for being one of the fastest, especially here at Clay. Number 19, Owen Tolley, has also had a few strong drivers. A couple of penalties here or there, but overall looking fairly good. And then we all know Axel Slijepcevic, don't we? We all know just what he's capable of. He's in the mix here as well. But plenty of pressure from the likes of Pooley, Bolton, who have impressed at multiple points throughout the day as well.
Exactly that, yeah, still scrapping down into the hairpin. Like you say, you'd expect Seb Marlowe to be up here. Of course, Oxford Brooks A were batting for the championship this morning in BUKC mains in the Premier class. Of course, didn't quite happen for them today. Couldn't keep the consistency up to take the win. Ended up third place in the championship. But Seb Marlowe, a standout performance in the Brooks team, and now a standout performance here at Drivers' Champs. Owen Tolley has fallen back into the clutches of Axel Slijepcevic, Sam Pooley and Matthew Bolton. I've just noticed it's an ABC bump and pass for Alistair Morrison that he's got in between his mechanical flags. That's not good for Alistair Morrison. Alistair, you need to be looking at that digi-flag, mate. Yeah,
you're going to want to jump into the bits sooner rather than later before you're pretty much forced in. For Alistair Morrison, that is going to bring an end to his race pretty much, which is a great shame. We've looked at him over the past few heats as well. 4 minutes left to go on the clock for this race already. It's absolutely flown by. Seb Marlowe certainly enjoying out there. He's building up a pretty comfortable gap now. 1.2 seconds is the gap between Owen Tolley and Seb Marlowe at this point. As we look elsewhere through the pack now, there is the number 15 of Jensen Brown. Jensen Brown showing some immense pace earlier on. Unfortunate penalties, unfortunate situations in his race meant that he wasn't able to achieve the results that he would have wanted, but hoping to make amends for it, I suspect, in this A final now.
Indeed, driver header and Daniel Tachenko now with the fastest lap of the race as well. You saw him activating that human DRS down the not so straight onto this lap. He's about 1.3 seconds behind this battle here over second place. You can see him there very, very close by. Fastest lap of 41.5 so far in this race, and was consistently in that as well. Lap 4, 41.582. This last lap, lap 6, 41.594. So consistently faster than the drivers ahead. Only 3 minutes left to go, though, for him to try and close that gap. 1.1 seconds between Marlowe and Tolley. I think the first lap so far in this race that the drivers behind in that battle for second have been faster than the leader. But is there enough time for things to change?
Not so sure on that one, because there's really only a few laps left in this race. Daniel there pushing on quite nicely with that fastest lap. A couple of track limits warnings coming in as well. But our heavyweights really showing us how it has done in our Drivers' Champs today, I would say. They've had some fairly strong races. Lightweight races provided plenty of action, but perhaps that has come at the cost of some lap one antics, like we had in this race, though, to be fair as well. This was, out of all the heavyweight starts that we've seen, this one has been perhaps the least impressive.
Indeed, yeah, losing a couple of minutes off the total race time, of course, with that false start earlier on. I do want to give a massive shout out to Sam Heathcote. Of course, probably shouldn't have been in the B final. It was in there because of that mechanical failure, but still, to come through from the B final, get into the A final, now up, what is it, 19 places up into 13th space. He's now up 20 positions to 12th place here as we head through onto lap number 9 with just less than 2 minutes to go. Fair play to Sam Heathcote, and I've just realised he's in 12th place. He's in the super final at the moment.
Yep, this is exactly why we have those graduation stages where you can go from the B, go from the A, and go from the A to the super as well. It's because if you're really strong and you have a bit of an off race here or there, you've still got that opportunity to work your way up and fight at the very top end of things. That's exactly what Heathcote is going to try and do. We know Luntz in front has got a bump and pass penalty, so it's looking a little bit more secure for him now.
It is indeed, yeah, really, really impressive. These have all been shuffling and changing here at the top part of the order. Still Tolley in second place, but Bolton's now through into third, and we've just watched Slijepcevic get past Pooley there on this lap, so change for fourth place as well. And now Daniel Tachenko is right in there with them, still with the fastest lap. He set that again on the last lap of 41.400, despite being in and amongst the pack. He was still faster than the leader. The leader's just gone within 5 5 thousandths of a second of that fastest lap, and Tachenko within 9 thousandths of a second of his own fastest lap. He's piling on the pressure here to Pooley and Slijepcevic, and if they battle like this, it's all going to end in tears. Back on they go, nearly forces Pooley off the track once again. Slijepcevic versus Pooley, really heating up here as Tachenko tries to get involved.
You can understand why Slijepcevic wanted to go straight for the grass there, wanted to avoid a bit of a high-speed collision, but then the question becomes, did he rejoin in the safest manner possible? That will be a question that will be looked at, I am sure, in the final dying stages of this race. Forcing a driver wide there for Edward Gordon coming in. That's fairly late on, as this is now confirmed to be the last lap of the race.
There we saw Victor Pardo forcing his way past Joel Evans there at the final corner. Joel not too happy about that one, but Victor either way up into 8th position then. And with all of that, so Pooley stayed in 4th place, but Tachenko is through on Slijepcevic there as we head through the final lap. But what a race it's been for the Oxford Brookes driver of Seb Marlowe. There he is heading through the horseshoe, leading by 1.6 seconds here on the final lap. What a fantastic performance.
Yeah, really strong drive. Remember, only had 8 minutes to try and build up a gap, so has had much less time to try and take control of this race. Owen Tolley trying to raise a charge, hasn't been able to, been occupied by Matthew Bolton behind. As we see now, it is going to be Seb Marlowe takes the heavyweight A final victory ahead of Owen Tolley, Matthew Bolton, Sam Pooley, Daniel Tachenko, Axel Slijepcevic, Jensen Brown, Victor Pardo, Joel Evans and George Lawrence taking the top 10 in this race.
Again, one driver in the top 12 has got a penalty,
and
it's Mr. George Lunt.
Yeah.
George Lunt is going to be dropping out of the top 12 with an ABC bump and pass. That's a +4 penalty. He finished in 10th, drops him to 14th place, and that's going to hand a super final spot to number 4 of Dominic Roberts. Just double checking that Dominic definitely isn't on the penalties. There we go. Dominic, mine's behind.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Jesse
screen.
Dorgeys
It's Jesse
will be-
Dorgeys who gets it. So that means, because mine was a lap behind then, that means Jesse Dorgeys got past Dominic Roberts for 13th place on the last lap, not knowing that was the pass to get into the super final.
Yep, so he's got one more race to go then, and we've got one more race to go. That is the last of our finals. Over here is our results. Marlowe, Tolley, Bolton, Pooley, Tachenko, Slijepcevic, Brown, Pardo, Evans, Lunt, Nather, Heathcote, Dorgeys and Roberts, the first 14. And then we have Andrew Lloyd, Robbie Rigby, Thomas Wood, Paul Simard, Caleb Saab, Johnny Pinder, Jordan Morris, Kieran Wakefield, Jake Nagisawa. Then we have Matthew Collins, Benjamin Shum, Hushrav Buriwala, Callum Barnett, Jonathan Dalton, Alex Lucas, George Sams, Edward Vernon Stroud, Edward Gordon, Alex Jennings and Alistair Murrison are 34 kart results for this race. And folks, we have one more race to go. It is time in just a few minutes for our super final.
Indeed, it's going to be a very exciting one. One more race to finish off the 2025 British Universities Karting Championship season. Let's hear from some of the drivers then in the Heavyweight A final.
Heavyweight A final, always a good event. Unfortunately, Seb Marlowe ran away with it and made it boring for him. Where's Seb? Oh, he's already gone. He's all the way down there. There's no way he brought the car in the pits, is there? Oh, no, it's right. He wasn't complaining about the car. It was just the fact that some of the carts going into the pits because it's super final now, super final time, which I'm sad not to be in. I would like to have done it, but coming 23rd doesn't normally qualify you for a super final place. Seb! No, okay, you can't hear me. Let's just keep walking then. It was a good one, especially down sort of seconds down was a good fight. But Seb managed to get away at the front. Seb, come have a chat. Come on, our 2025 British Universities Karting Championship heavyweight champion.
Is that it? Is there not a super final though?
Yeah, but you're the heavyweight champion.
Do I get a trophy for that then?
I don't know.
Is that only the super final trophy?
I actually don't know. I think you're the heavyweight champion. I don't know if you get a trophy for it.
Well, that's do you know that's that's the second victory after I won for F Team in 2021.
Yeah, well, Sam and Cheese Sandwiches is doing you excellently. You're going to have more of them.
Well, this is my local track, so it's probably every other track is miles away. I'm from Exeter, so every other track is miles away from me. So for once, we come to something. Apparently, we might be going to Dunkers next year as well, maybe.
Dunks. I've never been to Dunks.
Okay, that's my actual local. So
well, there we go.
If
so
you go to that, I'm a graduate next year, but I'll make sure to come for that one.
It'll be the Seb Marlowe show, I'm sure. Right, Seb, congratulations, our champion, our promotee from the B final. Where did you get to in the end?
P12. So
hey, that's a very good result.
yeah, absolute carnage first lap. Again, I had 20 positions, and then I think I've just sneaked into the super final, which is good.
Oh, you've snuck in the super final.
I think so. If it's top 12.
Something like that. All I know is that me finishing 23rd in the lightweights does not qualify me for a super. Almost, by about 10 places.
Lap one, just lucky, and then managed to get it from there. But yeah, hopefully in the super final, that'd be cool.
Well, we'll see. The super final is something that everyone looks forward to. It's where the lightweight drivers and the heavyweight drivers get to race off against each other, probably for the only time every year. We've got how long between now? It'll probably be a few minutes before they figure it out. So let's just grab a word with Daniel. Come on, Daniel, let's have a quick chat. Mr. Team Volcano. Come on in. How was that for you, my friend?
That was good. That was a great race. Ended P5.
P5, look at that.
Yeah.
Up 20-something places.
Yeah. And most importantly, beat my arch nemesis, Victor Pardo, also teammate. So yeah, I'm happy with that.
Right, super final up next. You're up against the lightweight drivers. Of course, they'll weigh up to your heavyweight. What do you think your chances are of a good result in that one? Having gone like plus 20-something in this one.
To be fair, I really like this track. This track is really smooth flowing, and I'm kind of feeling kind of confident. So
I should hope so.
Definitely, if it's a top 3, I'm going to be really happy. It's
amazing.
The best day of my life.
Daniel, we'll look forward to that. Daniel, Tkachenko. There we go. I wanted to make sure I pronounce it correctly. Our winner there, Seb Marlow, getting a nice little kiss from his mum. Congratulations, Seb. Right, let's just wander into the crowd and chat to all of our drivers. How long till the super final?
5 minutes.
5 minutes or so till the super final. We can chat until then. Peter.
Hello.
How did you finish in the lightweights?
P6.
Lovely stuff.
Yeah.
I did not.
I know. I saw it. You got kind of forced out on the first turn, didn't you?
I had no choice but to take to the exit of the circuit and joined turn 2 at about 30th place. But it was good fun.
Yeah. I promise it wasn't me, by the way.
No, it wasn't you. It's all right. I wasn't blaming you. It's just wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
Although you were conveniently starting right behind me.
I know. That's why I'd say it. But yeah.
Do you know what happened? I have no idea.
No. I went middle and I saw someone on the inside just go straight forward. So it looked like loading on the inside, and it just hit you from the side. So
that's what happened. Yep. Sounds good. Anyway, how's your chances in the super final looking?
Well, I'd like to have started a bit further off if I could. I was right behind 5th and 4th in the lightweights, so 8th would have been ideal, 7th would have been ideal, but we're 11th or 12th, so I really don't know if we're on the odd side or even side yet. So
no, I don't know how it works actually, to be honest. I suppose we'll find out.
Yeah, I pray we're on the odd side because it'd be my first odd start. So
the evens have been suboptimal.
Yeah, and we're still quite far back, so we'll just go forwards hopefully. So
we'll see you get on. Good luck, Peter. Let's move forward. Who else can we chat to? As our winner, Fraser. Actually, let's grab we chatted to Fraser, didn't we? Our other peers, taller, handsomer peers, chatted to Fraser. Hello, team. Hello, Leeds. Hello, Leeds. Were you in that one?
Yeah.
Come talk to me. Let me just
all the way down.
Let me just keep scrolling. Oh, there you are. Okay, right.
Yes.
How was it?
It was disappointing, to be honest. I thought I was doing really well, and then
we did too.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, Piers. I really appreciate it. How was your round?
I got to the A final.
Yeah, well, that's about. I got to the A final. That's a result for me.
There we go.
So I'm happy with that. I was doing really well up into the late teens-ish, and then simply just overcooked it into the hairpin. Slightly.
Just ran out of talent.
Yeah, just ran out of talent. It
happens to the best.
And it happens.
It happens. Hey, it happens.
It happens to everyone.
Yeah, but we've got a smile on our face.
No, exactly. Hopefully.
It's smile now, cry later.
Yeah, smile now, cry later. But also, I really hope it got caught on the live stream because it would have been a really, really, really amazing drift. That's a
long drift that ended you being quite slow.
Yeah, a little bit slow, but it would have, the angle, the camera would have cut at that angle.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right.
No, exactly. I'm sure the editors will do
style points.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, nicely done. Congratulations. We'll see how. Well, you didn't make the super final then.
No.
It's all right. Only uncool people.
The worst drift in the world.
Yeah. The uncool people make the super final. Anyone makes the super final is uncool. That's what I'm saying anyway. Right, we're about to grid for the super final. As the grid has been released. Let me see if I can find the grid. It will be in here. Drivers' champs, super final. Sorry, I've already got it. Thank you, Jacob. I've got my electronic version. So Fraser Brunton is. Yes, I've got something in my ear. Oh, no, don't worry. It's all right. We're carrying on. So on pole position, we will have Fraser Brunton. So it looks like the lightweight drivers are starting on the even side. So that's not so good for the heavyweights. They'll be having a bit of a job to stay on the road. We're going to have 24 drivers. So it was top 12 from both of those. And Mr. Lawrenson is starting in the super final, I believe. You are going from...
Quite far back.
I don't see you. Where are you? Oh, yeah, quite far back. 21st.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll see what I can do, but it's been pretty chaotic so far. So
You've made it to the super final. That's the main thing. Better than most.
yeah, although every single start I've kind of been absolutely walloped off, so I don't think that can happen this far back.
No, you're only going to have one kart behind you. So if you get walloped off, at least you know exactly who it is.
Yeah, I guess so. I can track them down afterwards.
But no, the racing's been good fun. Have you enjoyed the racing so far? Well, after turn one?
Yeah, to be fair, it's actually been really good so far. It felt not too bad to come through the field, whereas like sometimes here it can kind of get bogged down with people like defending, but I don't know, I guess I'll see what happens in this one.
That's exactly what we'll do. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to seeing who can come through the field. Adam, have you made it through to the super final?
But you've not joined me.
I've not joined. No, I've not had a good final, mate.
No, I mean,
Do you see? The start didn't go as I would have hoped.
picking up places. I thought you would get back into it, honestly, and then
I just was not fast enough. Let's be honest. I was making plays. I was like, this is going well, and then I got a bit of a gap on my own, and everyone just drove away, and the people behind me caught me up, and I was like, okay, this is probably where I'm about at.
But I mean, to be fair, your first time in the kart since. When's the last time you've been in a kart?
In a kart, strictly. I did the Alpha Live Christmas do in December in a club.
Kart. Any two straight.
I drove a KZ at Shennington in 2023.
There you go.
And then before then was the 2021 Drivers' Champs.
There you go, 2.5 years, and you're still in the A final fighting for super final. You've still done very well. You should have a round of applause, like a virtual round of applause.
Keep telling me how good I am. Adam, we're going from 20th. Where do you reckon we can get in this one?
Honestly, the super finals are usually a lot of carnage, so it could go. I want to get into the top 10. I've not got the pace for that, but I don't know. I could be putting off lap one. Everybody could be going around, and I'm parting the Red Sea. We'll see. It's just too much carnage. You can't call it.
It's close, fun racing. It's not carnage. Moving swiftly on. Sam Heathcote, good one. Go well. We saw you come through from the B final. Hang on, you've got a lot of free racing today. You will have done the most laps of anyone. Are you the only person for the B final in this race?
I might be.
You might be. That would be a good stat. I would enjoy that. You enjoy it because you've already maxed out the amount you paid for the day, so that's good. Let's have a chat to some of our lightweight drivers who have had to weigh up. We've chatted to Peter Knight already. Alfie Prince, Alfie.
What's up?
I thought you were a lightweight driver.
No, I'm definitely heavies. I don't know why I signed up for lightweights. I was 5 kilos over.
Oh, so I was about to say, normally we have to weigh up the lightweight, but I see about a kilo.
Yeah, no, only a kilo needed, unless I had a big poo, but I didn't, so we should be all right, I think.
I mean, fair play to do so well as you did with a bit of extra gravity.
Oh.
Yeah, well, it's good for the grip.
It's good for only if it was raining. If it was raining, I'd be miles off.
Absolutely. But anyway, we go in this one. We're on the favoured side of the grid, shall we say?
Yeah, no, this should be good. I feel like it's going to be carnage, though.
I've heard a lot of this word carnage. It's going to be very close. There's going to be close racing up and down the field. It's going to be good fun.
It is going to be great fun. I can't wait. I've had a good day so far.
I've had a good day as well. I didn't even make the super final, so there we go. Right, let's move towards the front of the grid. Let's grab a word with our pole sitters. Actually, no, we've already chatted to both of those. So let's grab a word with our third place driver. Normally races for Southampton. Today he races for himself.
Yep.
What are you thinking?
Well, I'm hoping to get up to P2 at turn 1, follow Fraser.
I think that's fairly likely.
And then probably just try and work with him and pull away and then maybe fight towards the end. That would be ideal.
Do you think it's going to be that easy?
Of course not, it never is.
Your pace today, I'd say, has actually been very, very good. I think it's one of the strongest showings consistently. I mean, you've been up there all the ways, but I feel like today, every race, you've just been banging in results.
Yeah, I've missed out on a win this year in the normal Minimans Championship after getting 5 last year, so maybe I've saved it all up for today, you never know.
Well, it would be good to have the super final win under your belt, wouldn't it? Let's have a word with our 5th place driver. Remind me who you are.
I'm Matthew Bolton. Hello.
Matthew. You've had a good day so far, my friend.
Yeah, I made 2 very embarrassing moves where I definitely took someone out into the hairpin.
Did you get a penalty for it?
No, because I get the place back, which...
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's good. Gentlemanly.
This is better than a 20-second penalty or death or whatever the penalty is for taking someone out, but it doesn't matter.
What can you do in this one?
I don't know. The last race was brilliant. I don't expect to do better than that. I came 3rd, that's fast lap. I just want to enjoy this. I made it here, and I honestly, we just had to have fun.
We love that. We love that. And final word from our driver starting in sixth place. Hello, mate. Hello, kart crazy. Wow.
Yeah, thank you. I overtook you in the first heat and then got binned straight after.
Yeah. I wasn't very good today. Right, Jimbo's waving at me. I better get going. Right, for the final time for BUKC 2025, the super final is next.
Thank you, Piers. Great to hear from our drivers the last time this season. Holding us up a little bit. We're getting a little bit close to the curfew here at Clay Pigeon, but we're going to get it started and underway very, very shortly. The super final is coming up next, ladies and gentlemen. The top 12 from the lightweights versus the top 12 from the heavyweights. Let's go for the grid here for the BUKC Drivers' Champs 2025 super final. Fraser Brunton will line up on pole position with Seb Marlowe alongside him on the front row. Josh Adams and Owen Tolley on row 2 with Matthew Bolton and Jack Finch on row number 3. Toby McDonald and Sam Pudi on row 4 with Alfie Prince and Axel Stepchevich on row 5, Peter Knight, Jensen Brown, Jacob McComb, Victor Pardo, Joel Evans, William Taylor, Daniel Sachenko, Declan Luff, Ocean Beach and Adam Nathy. That's your top 20. They're followed by Hugh Lawrenson, Sam Heathcote, Dominic Roberts and Logan Parker. 24 drivers taking to the grid. It's anyone's guess who could win this.
It is indeed. It's the first time we've seen our lightweight drivers, our heavyweight drivers who impress with their pace in our A finals coming together and going racing. And we are going to go racing now as the pace car dies out the way, the revs rise, and we are good to go for one last time here at Clay Pigeon today. Down into that first corner.
Already off!
Oh, no. Already got a spin. Never mind. But everyone else looks like they make it through pretty cleanly. Through to the S's now as...
Two drivers coming together. That was Sam Pudi getting turned around.
Did Toby McDonald know that there was tarmac in front of him? Because he seemingly just went for the grass.
He just decided it wasn't worth it, straight to the grass. But the driver who lost on the first lap was Seb Marlowe from the front row of the grid. The Brooks driver getting turned around there down at Billy's Blind on lap number 1.
Impressing so much with his pace today, looking like a true favourite, it must be said. Drops back now, and nothing that he can do. His hopes for taking victory in the super final are all dashed now at this point.
Great start for a few different drivers. Bolton up 3, Finch up 3, Prince up 5, Siepcevich up 5, 2 more drivers off. The 14 and the 4, that is Owen Tolley and Toby McDonald off at Billy's Blind. Once again, it's claimed a number of drivers already. There's a move for second place though. Through goes Jack Finch on Matthew Bolton.
Another 2 big hitters knocks up this, and we don't know who is going to come home here with crown with the idea that they are the fastest BUKC driver overall. Toby McDonald then, ABC takeout penalty, stewards deciding that he was responsible for that incident as the human DRS is deployed down the start-finish straight. Fraser Brunton leads, Jack Finch in second, Matthew Bolton crossed the line in third there as we go side by side. That's Ocean Beach there, losing 2 positions in fact as we carry on now.
Yeah, Hugh Lawrenson and Daniel Sachenko both getting through there down at Billy's Blind. Great overtaking there. There's Sliepcevich trying to get through on the exit there. Alfie Prince. No, Prince is already through. Who are they batting with? It's Matthew Bolton. So Prince through on Bolton then up to third place. Sliepcevich gets through there at the horseshoe. Bolton had a fantastic start to this race, but on lap number 2 here, or lap number 3 I should say, sorry, slipping back a couple of places down to P5 goes Matthew Bolton. Jack Finch has just taken the fastest lap of the race in second place. He's bringing the heat to Fraser Brunton, just over 6.5 tenths behind here as we head through lap number 4, and Bolton loses another place, this time to Josh Adams.
Yeah, Josh Adams gains a position but will lose some on paper as he just received an ABC takeout penalty that will drop him down the order at the conclusion of proceedings here. But Jack Finch, if you say, on that charge at the moment, although it looks to be Alfie Prince finds a way past according to our timing system. Let's look then as we head towards the end of the lap.
Indeed, yeah, heading through to the end of another lap. Then Seb Marlowe's in the pits after that lap 1 excursion to the barriers. He's called it a day. Pulled into the pits, whether it was an issue or just a bit of hurt pride there on lap number 1. He's called it a day here in the super final then. 2 tenths gained on the last lap by Jack Finch. 41.6 for Brunton, 41.3 for Finch. So just over 4 tenths now as they head down into the hairpin once again. The number 3 definitely closing in key point. New fastest lap for Alfie Prince. He's putting himself within touching distance of these top two, and with over 6.5 minutes left to go, if they start to battle, we could see more drivers joining the fray.
We will indeed, of course. They will slow each other down, Will Brunton and Finch, allowing Prince with still a bit of clean air to play with. Two close-up runs a little bit wide there as we head back onto the start-finish straight. Both drivers fighting for P1 here, building that pressure upon each other, pretty much attached as we head into that first corner. That is effectively an 8-wheeled cart at this point. They are that close. We run through the S's now. Alfie Prince is not too far behind at all. Had a purple sector one last time around. Let's see what he can do as he tries to close up now. The top three covered by 1 second. Axel Slijepcevic and Josh Adams pretty close to each other as well. What a finish this is shaping up to be so far. As down the inside goes Jack Finch there. Fraser Brunton loses the position, but what can he do as we fight our way back towards the top end of the circuit? I don't think this battle is going to be quite over just yet, as there goes Fraser Brunton onto the start-finish straight, taking back the position up the inside. It's a brave move, but if he can make it work, it reaps many benefits there as we head into that first corner. And look who's on the scene now. It's Alfie Prince bringing with him Axel Slijepcevic as well. This 3-car battle for the lead, which was previously a 2-car battle for the lead, is now a 4-car battle for the lead.
Indeed, yeah, it was 1 second between Prince and the leader only a few moments ago. Now less than half a second between Brunton and Prince, with the dicing over the last couple of laps. I thought maybe they'd work together here for a few laps to try and press on, make a bit of a gap and then continue, but no, Finch went for it. First possible opportunity, and Brunton immediately back down the inside. Now I know if Fraser felt he had good pace in that car, he would push Finch to the end and try and battle. I think Fraser thinks there's not pace in this car, I'm going to just try and stay at the front, back the rest of the drivers into each other and make them battle. He's a very smart heads-up driver, his friends of Fraser Brunton. He's going to do his best to stay in the lead of this race as he continues to through the S's, but as you mentioned, Slijepcevic is closing in.
Yeah, absolutely. You see, looking over the shoulder there for Brunton as Prince has a look down the outside, thinks better of it though. Nice run there for Finch, and it's going to be compromised for Fraser Brunton as through goes Prince. Potentially no, backs out of it, and instead no, he doesn't. He has the inside for the hairpin now. It's all changed at the top end of the running in all of this action. Fraser Brunton still leads. The question is for how long, because he's got some very competitive drivers close up behind him now.
This is going to be the biggest test for Fraser Brunton here in the super final, trying to hang around the outside. It's going to become the inside. Not quite able to get it though is Jack Finch. Forced back to the outside. There goes Slijepcevic trying to hang it round. Up the inside there is the number 5. Nearly making contact there with Jack Finch as Alfie Prince tries to get involved as well. But Brunton doing a stellar job here. No! Bit of contact between the 3 and the 1. Forced wide there. Does Fraser Brunton. I assume that's going to be a penalty for Jack Finch, but we'll wait and see. Anyway, a bit of front to rear contact between the 3 and the 1 sends Fraser down to 4th place.
Yeah, substantial lock up there. He did very well to keep hold of the cart at the end of that there. It does continue on, as we say, but not where he wants to be. That is now P3. Sorry, that's kart 3. Jack Finch now leading this race ahead of Prince, who works his way back up into 2nd, gets ahead of Slijepcevic there. Now on the defence is Prince. Slijepcevic has the inside on the exit of that first corner, has the inside for the S's and gets that move done. Nice move as we head down towards the hairpin now. Heavy braking zone coming up next. It cost Brunton last time out, and he remains in the current position. Josh Adams, Matthew Bolton now on the scene as well.
Exactly, as the top 4 have been scrapping away over the last minute or two, they've closed back in very nicely. Bolton was in 2nd place earlier on in this race, got shuffled backwards to the back of this train, but now rejoins the party along with Josh Adams then as we head on to another lap. Jack Finch is pressing on ahead. He's trying to find a bit of time here and make a bit of a gap between himself and Slijepcevic in 2nd place. So it's Finch from Slijepcevic, from Prince, Brunton, Adams and Bolton, then your top 6 with just over 2.5 minutes left to go.
Back on to the back straight for our race leaders, and here is Jack Finch. Slijepcevic running in 2nd, Prince 3rd, Brunton 4th. A change in the order, that's what it was just a couple of laps ago. As you say, not long left in this race at all. We have a bump and pass for Adam Nather there, but most importantly, no penalties elsewhere for our top runners here. There's going to be no change in the order based on what the stewards decide, so it's going to have to be done on track between these 4. Fraser Brunton must be feeling pretty aggrieved after this one.
Yeah, it's been close but considered racing from our top drivers. Down the inside, late on the brakes and contact. Wow, goes the 5 of Alfie Prince. Prince is out of the battle here for the top 3, and Brunton's trying to force his way through through there on Slijepcevic. Slijepcevic is going to go wide. Has he gone properly wide there? Who comes out ahead? Just Slijepcevic down the inside. There's Brunton. What a late move from Fraser Brunton. He's into second place. But you know who's celebrating most? It's Jack Finch. It was half a second between the two drivers at the front of the order at the start of this race. What's it going to be now? A second, 2, 3?
Jesus, there we see Brunton capitalising his opportunity. They both receive contact warnings there, and most importantly for Fraser Brunton, a cone penalty in this race. That is going to make sure that he cannot win no matter what. A very elbows out battle going on here as we see Slijepcevic having a look down the inside with the pressure of Josh Adams and Bolton behind as well. As you say, Jack Finch resting a little bit easy now. 2.5 seconds he leads this race by, just over 60 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, seems like my last guess was the correct one. Nearly 3 seconds the lead now. It went up by nearly 2.5 seconds on that last lap alone. Unbelievable stuff. What brilliant battling between the top end of the order. Like you say, I feel like Fraser Brunton might be a bit aggrieved by that. The fact that Jack Finch is in the lead of this race now after what was quite clearly a little bump down into the hairpin. But anyway, Brunton did get that cone penalty. We saw it. We saw Brunton hit the cone there when he went for the re-overtake down the inside at the hairpin. So that is fair enough. That's understandable. I feel like the most aggrieved here is probably Axel Slijepcevic, to be honest, sitting in third place at the moment there. He's still got drivers right up behind him, though. There's the 2 of Adams, the 15 of Bolton, and all this battling has brought more drivers back involved. Sam Heathcote being one of those on the number 23. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't Sam the driver that came through from the B final to the A final, now to the super final, and he's in the top 6?
Yeah, mighty drive for Sam Heathcote. We know he has some immense pace there. I do also want to say sorry to Alfie Prince there. Bit of commentator's curse, I suspect, running into that first corner. But here we go. It's Fraser Brunton under pressure from Slijepcevic as we start the next lap. And this is, in fact, the last lap of the race. Our race leader, Jack Finch, now heading through the S's, but we're looking further back to Fraser Brunton back in second after all of that battling. And there we have a brief look at Jack Finch.
Indeed, yeah, what a race from Jack Finch. He's had unbelievable pace. I mean, you can't deny he's had the fastest lap so far in this one, a 41.1. Incredibly impressive stuff. We continue to watch this battle in and amongst the top 3, though. Still Brunton ahead of Slijepcevic, Adams, Bolton and Heathcote, who will be in front as they head through the final couple of corners, though. It's not going to matter, though, because they'll have to settle for second place. Here's Jack Finch. Jack Finch is going to win the super final here for the 2025 British Universities Karting Championship Super Final. Unbelievable race from Jack Finch. Fraser Brunton holds on ahead of Axel Slijepcevic there to complete the top 3, with Josh Adams, Sam Heathcote, Matthew Bolton and then Joel Evans getting involved in that top 7 squabble at the end there, but not quite able to steal away that win. What a race it was from Jack Finch. Wins by nearly 5 seconds when all is said and done.
You wouldn't have anticipated that just a few laps ago, but that is just how action-packed that battle for the race lead was. Started 6th on the grid, worked his way through to first. Slijepcevic started 10th, worked his way up into 3rd. That's our provisional results at least. Brunton, we know, has a penalty to serve. It's Finch, Brunton, Slijepcevic, Adams, Heathcote, Bolton, Evans, Lawrenson, Prince, Bache, Taylor, Knight, Brown and Adam Nather are top 14. And then we look to Daniel Chichenko, Jacob Bakum, Sam Pooley, Logan Parker, Declan Luff, Victor Pardo, Owen Tolley, Toby McDonald, Dominic Roberts and Seb Marlowe. Our final provisional results from the racing action here today at Clay Pigeon.
Indeed, yeah, indeed. I think the only switch there is going to be Brunton and Slijepcevic there, just switching around on the podium. Cone penalty +1 position, so Slijepcevic will get 2nd, Brunton will get 3rd. And then also Josh Adams, of course, had that ABC takeout earlier on in the race, so finished 4th on the road, will drop to P10.
They will indeed, as we look onto our sworn enemy here at Alpha Live. That has caused us so many camera-related issues there, so we do appreciate you all for sticking with us and following along as we have faced a couple of incidents. But I've got some great news. That is going to be it from us in the commentary box for now. That wasn't the great news. The great news is that we're going to go down to the grid with Piers. But first of all, thank you very much for joining me in the box and sharing it with us there, John.
Mate, it's been absolutely fantastic. What a day of racing to finalise the 2025 BUKC Mains Championship. Don't forget, we'll be back again for the Inters tomorrow. But a big thank you to yourself, Reeve, in the comments box. A big thank you to the Alpha Live crew for dealing with lots of issues here today. And a big thank you to Mr. Piers Prior. We'll head down to him in the pit lane.
John, Reeve, thank you so much for taking us through this wonderful BUK season in 2025. We've got our winner in the end on the road, Jack Finch. Jack, that was tough out there.
Yeah, no, it was a decent race. Decent start. Caught up to Fraser. I think Fraser had a bit of a dodgy kart.
It looks Fraser was struggling.
Yeah, and then so I was catching up to him. I thought I could work with him and push away, but then he started defending, and then he locked up into the braking zone, into the hairpin. I just drove past. I'm assuming he just parked the bus to the rest of them. But no, decent, very decent. Funny, I won drivers' champs before I've even got a mains win. So
well, there you go. You're just saving. It shows you're not a team player.
Yeah, exactly. If it's Birmingham involved,
who cares?
My name. But no, shout out my housemates that are watching, if you still are watching.
Who are they?
I'm assuming Alice, Tom, possibly Lucy's watching as well. I don't know. They're all in the library with their phones like up against it.
Well, I hope that they went absolutely mental in the library and got kicked out, because your man here, he's the 2025 BUKC Drivers Champion. That sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah, it does. Straight on the hinge.
Love it. Straight on hinge. Okay, love it. I'll go with Sam Heathcote in a moment before I grab, I think, technically second place after the cone penalty, unfortunately, Fraser. Second place, Axel. A good race. Looked hard out there.
Yeah, it was very hard. I mean, I started 10th, so I was coming through the field. I thought the leader had a penalty, to be honest, because he completely whacked Fraser off. So, yeah, I don't know how they missed that, but yeah.
Hey, still second place.
Maybe I'm biased because that would give me the win.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was a great race anyway.
Good race. It was good fun out there. Congratulations. You've had a strong season for your team and a strong season for yourself. Cheers. Second place, pretty happy with that.
Yeah, very happy.
Absolutely. And then Fraser, our lightweights champion, easy in the lights. It looked like you struggled a little bit out there with the overall pace in that one.
Yeah, doesn't that when you get whacked out the way, but
no, but you didn't have the pace that you've shown in previous heats, and if you look at the lap times, Jack did a 41.1 and you were down on a 3, so good 2 tenths away from where you were even in the previous race as well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I could have held him off the whole time, but yeah, when you get bumped off, there's nothing you can do. So
yeah, we saw a little bit of smoke coming from your rear tyres going into that hairpin. It seems like there's a bit of a difference of opinion going on.
Well, yeah, I mean, Axel agreed with me. Obviously, he's going to agree with me, but I thought it would have been clear as day, but it's what it is. So
hey, you were right in the fight. You won the lightweight champion, and then third place, a podium. Not bad.
Yeah.
We'll come back next year and see if we can do it again. Fraser, clearly disappointed with that. Fair enough. And I thought I'd grab a word with Sam Heathcote, because Sam, I interviewed you on the grid in the B final, and here you are, top 5 in the super final.
Yeah.
What a day.
A bit of luck involved. 2 nice karts, and then I just knew final was just absolute carnage like this, because I just knew stay out of trouble, just stick to the inside, and it kind of paid off. Got quite a bit of luck on lap ones, but yeah, then just my own way through. I think helped the front guys are battling at the end, so it bunched them up, and then I think I got 5th online or 4th, I'm not sure.
How will you celebrate?
I think going probably clubbing somewhere. Not
at the BUKC party?
Maybe, but Santon's quite close, because I know it's a few of their guys' last races, so we might go celebrate back there.
That sounds good. Anyway, I'll let you go to the podium. I'm going to walk over to the podium and I'm going to close this show. Let's spin round so we get the nice... Well, choose a shot, Luke. Where looks nice? Where looks nice? Where looks nice? Yeah, this is nice. Thank you very much to everyone who's tuned in throughout the BUKC in 2025. It's been an absolute thrill, and of course topped off with the BUKC Drivers Champs. Thank you massively to Club 100, Alpha Timing, Alpha Live, of course, for providing this live broadcast. If you have enjoyed any of the live broadcasts this year, make sure to subscribe to Alpha Live. We've just passed 50,000 subscribers, and every subscriber is good for us, but also you'll get to see plenty more live racing action. In fact, there's some this weekend, there's some next weekend, there's some every weekend pretty much throughout the season. Like the video and share it with all your friends. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in. Again, Club 100 are doing an amazing job. All the circuits, Clay Pigeon for the final round, and everyone at home. Thanks so much. We'll see you next year.